How's everybody doing? Previously I had played this on our Twitch channel, and I know since the videos on those only stay up for 30 or 60 days, however long that is. I know that 4 months since I played, so I'm gonna restart a new file here. That way it'll always be up, and I am live streaming this right now. So if anybody wanted to comment, I do have the chat window open. So yeah, gonna go ahead and get started here. Probably play for about an hour or so. And I don't believe this beginning cutscene is skippable, so have a good 5 minutes here of watching this.
Great Commander, this way.
Put her in custody. Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command to take that girl into custody.
Who is she?
That is not your concern.
And there's a dragon. And there's our main character. We'll try to let most of these text boxes stay up so that anybody watching can read along with the story. There's that dragon. Dragon's gone for now. Oh boy. Trying not to spoil anything here. Try to let the game roll out as intended, just in case no one else has played this game. I'm sure there's plenty of people who haven't seen it before. And so now I actually have control of the guy. That weird, I don't know what you want to call it, the blue sphere to the left there is where you can save the game. Kind of the cool thing now compared to newer games where you actually can only save in certain spots a while. And if you're wanting to be done, you have to find one of those. I think there's maybe only a handful of spots where you really have to play for maybe 45 minutes to an hour in between where those show up. Usually in every single like city there's one where like the inn is where you can heal up. First fight right here. Nice little visual transition into the fight scene. So another thing too, I'm going to try to move my camera. Okay, I won't really move that much. So when I'm attacking here, you'll see a white box, and I'm able to combo my attack. And it's obviously only one combo right now, or like 2 hits. Eventually you get to where you're needing to hit the X button like 8 times towards the end of the game. You get pretty far in there. You can see I got some healing potions there, a little bit of experience, some gold. Never knew how to say that girl's name. She was in that cutscene, the beginning cutscene of the game. I always called her Shayna. I don't know if it's Shauna. So of course that's one of the... Go ahead and get this treasure chest. That's a magic potion. And this person's already dead. Not gonna save yet. Oh, look at it, it's a guy. So she's in a prison. Oh! How clever. So I am going to attack here just because I've actually played this game before. Knights. Just because if you attack the main guy first, they have a chance to run away. And then you lose your opportunity to get a guy. Ran anyways, so.
Double slash.
I think I'll probably hold my burnout. What's it gonna do? I think that might be. Oh. It's just a better attack from him.
Double.
Did he heal himself? Yeah. If you notice that blue icon, it's kind of an indication of his health. It'll stay blue until changed to yellow, and then it goes to red once they're 25 or less. So since I have 12 health now, I'm going to guard percent of my health back when I guard. So it also reduces... If he were to attack me, it's going to reduce it by half, and then it also gives you 10% of your 10% of your health back. So that'll increase as you get higher up in the game. So he's red. Attack him and see if I can kill him here. Yep. Another thing to note, I can point it out in the next fight, but where it actually says his name. Where it said Commander and it was like purple. That's like his elemental property, which I believe purple, that dark purple is darkness, or just the dark elemental. And each one has a weakness. I think there's 8 in total. So if you have, he did that burnout to me, which was, and my guy is fire, so it was a lot weaker than it would have been. You can also too, just because obviously this is the very beginning of mine, you'll see I can hit the X button really fast and it'll increase the percent damage that it can do and kind of like level itself up. I think you can get it up to level 4 if I'm not mistaken. Basically once it gets up to like 200%, it is at the highest level it can be, and I think you can usually get it up to level or like 220%. Another thing I'm going to do here is go up to one of these graves. Has it's called a Stardust. And you can get up to, I think there's 50 in total in the entire game. There's no clues as to where these are, and I don't know where they all are. At some point in the game, you can talk to somebody, and they give you items based on like every 10 that you have. I think it's every 10, so yeah, I think on my very first playthrough, I got around maybe 30 to 35 of them. So, and that's, I'm going to call her Shauna, because I've always called her Shauna, so I'm going to say that's Shauna. She's in the prison from the dialogue that was earlier. But yeah, those Stardusts are just, you know, in very random places of the game. Again, there's no like clues as to where they are. Obviously, I'm sure there's, since this game's been out for a very long time, I'm sure there's all the locations of them online. I'm not really going to bother to look at that though. Hopefully I can get maybe up to 40 and get whatever that next item would be from the person who gives them to you. If you don't know, is a 4-disc game. One of, I'm trying to think of another 4-disc game that's for, I think Final Fantasy VII's only 2. I'll have to look. I have Final Fantasy VII as well. Handful of games that were 2-disc, like Metal Gear Solid. I think Driver 2 is a 2-disc game. Yeah, he just threw that guy down there. So this is kind of like the overworld map here. Obviously the bigger green dots here are like the location points where you can enter areas. And you can actually, when there's a longer path, you can actually get an enemy encounters on that overworld map. So, and then you'll notice that I have the blue above my head, kind of similar to when you're in battles, that when you're actually walking around and you're not like in a town, you can that'll give you an indication of how soon an enemy encounter will happen. So just like your health, it'll go from blue to yellow to red. I'm gonna go ahead and actually buy some of these so that if I get poisoned at any time, I have plenty of healing items, plenty of burnout, and these merchants usually don't, usually for in towns, so. Some of the merchants, I can't, maybe far as weapons or armor on them. So I'm going to try to, as my playthrough goes on, I'm going to try to get every treasure box I can. So I'm about to hit an enemy here now that I'm red. There are different loading, I don't want to say loading screens, but that transition where the screen's like falling down. There are different ones, but oh, I am low on my health here. So yeah, I did get a level up on my last battle. I kind of skipped over that, but so now my health is up to 60. So as you can see, with the 10% on the guards, I get 6 health. Damage. I'll try to guard maybe a few times here. That way I don't have to waste a healing potion. Probably actually could attack. Increase the effectiveness of my guards. If he's only attacking me for 1 damage, or getting 5 health back every time, sorry. Sometimes I do get 2 turns in a row. So I'll go ahead and attack him now that I got 75% health. Kind of like I pointed out earlier, if you see his, where it says Trent, his enemy name, and then he's got, I believe that means he's like an earth elemental, ground elemental. It's him doing a magic attack on me, which is, I can't remember what that one's called, but that one I think is the earth one. And I'm holding on to my burnouts until I probably encounter the first major boss of the game. So I needed 6 more XP to get to the next level. So there's a couple ways to get around this area. As far as what, try to get all these boxes here. I think there's 2 or 3 in this little area. And they can pretty much have anything between... so that's the way out, so I don't want to go that way. They can have any items at all. I don't know if you can usually get armor in them, but obviously you can usually get the magic spells, healing items, gold. So you can usually get you can get like attached, I don't want to say attachments, but they're like bracelets and stuff like that. Aside from like your main weapon and your main armor, they have like headpieces. Although you don't ever visually look different when you upgrade those. They obviously just help with your either attack or defense. Usually like your percentage. Sometimes you can actually miss your attack. You'll see it if I attack and go up and there's no combo. The guy will like step aside and it'll say it's a miss. So you can get higher percentages to make sure that you either miss less or not at all. So and I think I've said earlier, I usually try to make the camera to like, usually gives you 4 different positions in the battle. I like to have it behind the character. That way when you're doing the combo, you're watching directly behind them. Depending on how the camera is, when you go up to attack somebody, I think this happened in the first battle, that I was comboing from the side. And when you're just on the first combo, it's not a big deal. Oh, I didn't even notice that there was a road over there. But once it gets further in and you're comboing more than one time, if you're from the side, it's a lot more difficult for me anyways to land all those hits. So I usually try to get the camera behind them. That way I like where the camera is when I'm doing the combos. So I could probably show you right here, it'll probably go from the side. Yeah.
Yes. Double slash.
So I don't usually like doing that. Again, with the first one, very easy, but and I guess I'll go ahead and go in here. Obviously, I played I think when I was streaming this on Twitch, I think I played maybe 5 hours in. So obviously I played through this prison area, and from what I recall, because obviously I'd like to do some grinding to try to get my level up, like before at least get the next level up, if I'm semi-close. Because that way you have more health, which then will allow you to get. I also had leveled up that last time there, so. But back to playing through this prison area, you only get enemy encounters from these guards. So you'll see that sorry, I'm skipping through this text. You'll see that the icon above my head when I'm walking through will just always be red. But Hunter, you only get a guard encounter when they can actually see you, so they'll kind of either be walking along or they'll be kind of shifting forward back. So I'm gonna fight and then also while I was talking, you saw that I had like a yellow, almost looked like a traffic sign, or it was the yellow diamond with an exclamation point. To my knowledge, it's kind of like a quick time event where you actually do have to hit X in order to proceed. I'm not sure if I were to have not hit it, I would have gotten an extra battle or not. So, then bring some guards over here for me. Or just single guard. I think my plan right now will be to play through this area up until like and beat the first boss, and then I'll probably save and be done with this first part. So try to get some health back here. I'm not sure if this has happened yet, but obviously if you're... Oh, I guess it did happen with when I was facing that like tree and that bird. So when you're guarding, obviously you can be hit as many times if there was, say, 3 or 4... I don't know if there's ever more than 3. If there's 3 enemies and you're guarding, and for whatever reason, every single one gets to attack you before your next turn, you will guard on them your next turn. So it obviously isn't like if the first person attacks you and you guard, it continues on until your next turn. So.
Yes. Double slash.
I think it was also after the second battle. I think I forgot to mention, if you go back and look at that, where it said when I got my first level up, it said new edition, and I think it's called Volcano. The additions are your combo hits. So if you noticed, as I'm doing this first combo where I'm only hitting X one time, and he says double slash, that's like the name of it. And hold on one second. Losing my train of thought as I'm reading this. See what he has here. I think this is when someone faints or has 0 HP. I was going to get one of these. I'll get 2 of those. Get 2 of these. I'll get back to my train of thought here in a second. You can only have, I don't know if it ever changes, but as of right now, my item count, I can only have 32 items. So I'm at 17 of 32. I already have over half of my inventory technically filled. That doesn't count for your armor and stuff, but now I'm trying to think what I was saying before. Go ahead and fight this guy. Oh, I guess I was gonna say before, so that angel's prayer when someone faints. I was gonna say, I guess it's kind of a spoiler, but obviously I'll have more than one person in my party. I think that's what I was gonna say.
Yes.
And I guess the only other thing I was talking about was the combos. So obviously, so every person will have different combos of, and obviously they'll say what the combo is. So if I were to switch to Volcano, if I were to complete the combo, as in getting every hit that I need to, I'll go in here and show you. He would say Volcano at the end. So this is the main menu here. You can change your armor, you can use an item. Say if you're poisoned and you leave a battle without using it, you can do that. You can see the status of everybody, just get their overall base stats. Body is like the person's base stats, and then the weapon is what's added, is your armor and everything else. So that adds to the normal total. Additions. So you can see currently on the very far right, you see the next level. So they can get up to level 5. So I've currently completed 18 successfully. It'll go to level 2. The damage percentage usually, I think that's it. If you see where it says add, that's how many hits it's adding. So it is a total of 2. The next one would be a total of 4 since it has an add of 3. And you can see the damage percentage right now is actually more on Volcano. You need to use this double slash here. I'd like to get all of them up to fully upgraded per se. I'll leave it at that for now. I'll see what it gets to when it gets to a new level. I just got to remember that I got to check it after doing it 3 more times. I can't remember if maybe it gets to the damage percentage goes up to maybe like 165 or something. It's obviously not going to jump up to 200. So Volcano just on level 1 will probably be hot on level 2.
Yes. Double flash.
Not sure what my health's looking like here. It's like 44, alright.
Yes. Double flash.
There are certain points in the game that have just random spots. I'll point them out where when you're not like in an inn, that'll actually give you like full health. I think the inn is the only one that will do your magic as well once we get to that point in the game. But usually the things that are like out in the world that give you full health won't do your magic, so. Not sure if it says I have magic right now. Okay, that's it. You can see it under my health. It says empty until a certain point in the story, which I won't spoil right now. Try to go ahead and get my health up a little bit here. Not against using my potions. I think I have almost like 10 of them, but you do get some randomly, I think, in battles. You have a chance to, aside from getting like golden experience, obviously.
Yes! Double flash!
But yeah. That magic, I know you've already seen it, but it's called Spark Net. That's what I had bought from that. That originally brought the guard over to attack me. I bought 1 or 2 of those. So I'm hoping, I'm level 3 right now. I'm hoping with all these guard encounters I might be able to get to level 5 prior to the first boss battle. That's my hopes anyway. There's another save spot there. I haven't saved my game yet, but this will be good. There's a handful of treasure chests in this room, and maybe like 4 or 5 guards. Oh, I forgot to check. We can check after this battle the what the addition went up to for damage percentage. I don't know if I really noticed a... Obviously, it'd have to be a pretty high increase. I think I was doing 5 damage to these guys prior to these battles as well. So let me go ahead and check what that went up to. If it only went up to like 160, then won't really be worth it right now to keep it. And I can always go back, like when I'm farming for XP, I can always switch it back if I want to get all of them up. So yeah, it was at 150, it only went up to 157. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to Volcano here. And I might miss it on my first time, just because you got to learn like the rhythm and timing of the hits. So oh, I did just get a leather jacket, so that's an armor. So right now I have leather armor. Okay, so it said leather jacket, so that must be for a different person. Yay. Another battle. Also, sorry if the stream's kind of hiccuping every now and then. For some reason, I don't know why the certain internet provider I have iffy. So right there, if you saw, I guess it can happen with double slash, but where you saw that really a counter attack by the enemy, and you have to hit circle instead of X in order to continue through the combo. Certain combos kind of really suck if they have like a super fast hit back to back and the enemy decides to like counter one of those, because then you're kind of just, you don't really stand a chance to try to anticipate it, because if you hit circle instead of X, it just stops your combo. If you do get it wrong, you do get a little bit of damage from their counterattack. But just So that's what that red is. So you'll see that now. I think it's a lot more often when you have the high. Like it's been 100% the 3 times I've used this, or 4 times. 3 times. Before you'll see when I'm in that first boss battle, both the boss and myself will get some of those magic spark net. We'll get that above the first level, and you'll see it change. You should be able to get most of them to the furthest level every time, but so you just might hear me going crazy hitting the X button when that happens. I got all the 3 treasure chests that were in here. To my knowledge, this is the right way I need to go. Maybe. I'll know if I... Okay, yeah. This is where, like, the prison things are. So Shauna will be in one of them. And that's Lavitz. Oh, and those guys fell. So Lavitz is our first additional party member.
Yes.
I'm sure that he has, as far as his attack, he probably has a single combo one. Yep.
Yes.
Didn't get a counterattack there. Kind of the nice thing with having the multiple party members is that if one person has the lower health, that you can let them guard and have the other person or persons go ahead and attack. Also kind of ups your percentage if someone has low health that they won't be attacked. There's always a chance that the other person will be attacked. Pretty sure I know which thing that she's in. There's a skeleton in here. I'm pretty sure I know which one she's in. I'm going to try to go... as long as she's in this area. I'm trying to think. I probably should have fought that guy. I want to get my level up. Yeah, there are some places where there's people in here. Okay, so she's not in this tower. She's in the next tower. So I don't have to worry about getting in. There's guards in front of her thing. And I think in this area specifically, I know when I said when we entered this area, the prison, that there was only a certain, you can only get battles with guards, and a lot of them go away. But I think in this area specifically, you can like enter a new screen, and I think there's pretty much an unlimited amount that'll come. So obviously it's hard to tell if it's only going to be 1, 2, or 3 people, but it'd be great if there was always 2 or 3, so I can get all my levels. So now that there's more than one person, I can say this, that there's, so the XP, so I'm gonna get 6 because there's, so they split it, which I only needed 5, but, so I just got to level 4. So I'm gonna double check 1 second here. So I need, so Lavitz needs 35. So I'll hope to try to get to level 5 before the boss. This guy looks kind of scared. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him be. And jump around up here. He's just got 20 gold sitting up there for no reason. If I start only getting in battles where there's only like one guy, I don't know if it's always going to be 2, because now I have 2 party members, but I guess if I need... Oh. I bet Volcano just got up to level 2. Attention. He was able to kill him by himself, so... Oops. Messed up the combo. So yeah, when you mess up a combo, if you're not on a... if you're not like on the counter attack, it just stops at that hit. And you do whatever equal damage is up to that hit, however they calculate that. Just saw I was on the screen with the exit out of this area. I guess I want to make sure that I go one more screen over and double check I didn't miss any rooms for items.
Go! Volcano! Yes! Go!
Go one more screen over. Yeah, it's definitely the same, so. Go ahead and leave this part. So there's going to be a good handful of battles prior to the boss that are required anyways, so don't necessarily need to be trying to wait for every single one.
Yes! Go!
So there's a little shiny thing down on that box. I wonder what that could be. Oh, look at that. That's exactly what... You can't go up to those two kind of like little stairways that had guards. You can't go up those way. It makes you automatically back out.
Yes! Go! Ha! Volcano!
Guess I'd like to at least get Lavitz a level up, which I'm sure shouldn't be a problem prior to the boss battle. I'm not sure if I'll get Dart to level 5 or not. He might have to just get his level 5 up in the boss battle, or directly after it, from it. Oh, nice, 3 enemies. Very good, very good.
Yes! Go! Ha! Volcano! Harpoon! Yes! Volcano!
Obviously, a pretty smart thing what I did there was that, since he had already hurt the guy in the middle, and I know that if I do my combo correctly, I can kill that guy by myself, that kind of, instead of killing the guy who has no health with a combo that can kill a guy who has full health. That gave me a decent amount of XP. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get 70 because I would have to get at least 140 to level him up. So, oh, I wonder who's in there.
Harpoon! Yes! Volcano!
Probably want to try to get their health back up here
Yes!
prior to the boss battle.
Go! Volcano!
Probably defense option. Instead of using my health potions, and try to save those for the boss battle if I need them. Save the girl. And another battle.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Oh, nice. I guess his thing must have just gotten to level 2 as well. So now they both can kill these guys in one hit.
Go. Volcano.
So yeah, Dart still needs over 50. So I don't think we're getting him to level 5 before this boss. Not sure what the timeline is for her being in here actually. Obviously she wasn't in here that long. I think that's the fourth guy that's been dropped off of something. Well, there's a few rooms in here like there was in the other level. Floor. And actually, before I forget here, so Shauna, I think she's the one that can use this jacket. Yep. So that ups her defense by 3 and her magic defense by 7. So definitely needed there. Sure, we'll attack you. So she's, I guess, one of the more unique party members in that she uses a bow and arrow. So there's obviously no combo when she attacks. But there are that when there's an enemy that's higher in the air and you can't do a ground physical attack, hit them. She doesn't do as much damage as these other guys with the sword, but she helps out. And so now with the third party member, we're splitting the XP 3 ways, so getting even less. And pretty much they were all right there at I think their next level ups were 200, 203, and 204. And I don't think I went into that other room. Alright, after this one I'll try to minimize the encounters. Heal up my main two guys. Yeah. Attack, cheat. Takes 2 hits to kill these guys. I'll let that go ahead and kill the guy off. I don't know why that did 0 to her. That was kind of weird. Defense because of that leather jacket that was on her. So we got mostly full health. It's good. Getting plenty of gold. Try to finish going through some of these rooms that are open. This is Shauna's room. For some reason, I think there's a Stardust in one of these rooms, from what I recall. Is there one more room or no? No? Okay. Oh. Couldn't get past that guy since he loaded in there. You do have the option to obviously to try to escape these technically non-required battles. Oh no, I guess you don't. I wonder why that is. I guess maybe just specifically in the prison here you can't do that.
Yes. Volcano.
All right. So we'll go ahead and head back here. Go ahead and actually save here for the first time. Check how long we're playing for. Hour and 13 minutes. Can't remember what was in this room. Was this where the 3 treasure chests were? Yes. Oh, and all those guards are back too. Okay. Go out here. And this guy apparently made his way up here. Still gonna doubt he has any armor stuff. No. Let's see. Alright, that's a good amount of stuff. Try to use the burnouts and that spark net. So I think right here will be where it happens. Yep. So there's that main guy that's been throwing people down that chasm. Battle time. To the second battle. I'm gonna go ahead and kill these guys off to the side. Pretty sure they're replaced anyways with new guys, but the side people try to maximize my XP. Okay, so if you just saw that, that was that getting to its second level. I'm gonna bring up new guys here. Do a little bit more attack.
Volcano!
So much. Okay, they did 6 damage there. She might kill him. Yeah. Both of these guys are going to do this attack, which is similar to that burnout is a individual attack. The one that he did attacks everybody in your party. Of course, is great when there's multiple people. Great. Ooh, that did his defense too. Have to attack, get an extra attack or two on him. This will kill him here.
Volcano!
Surprising. This should get him. There we go. Okay, so now starting to get a little low on some of these guys' health. Try to guard a few times. I'll let Dart attack. Since he still has over half his health.
Yes! Go! Volcano!
Okay, I'll guard with those other guys, but then I'll want to start using some of that magic since it should and of course the attack's the only guy that's not guarding. Let's see what he is here. So he's a ground person. So I'll do burnout and then I'll try that spark. Okay. So I did 26, that was pretty good. I guess it was around 180%. It got to level 4, but that was maxed out there. So it was 24, so we'll try the spark. So they both did a pretty good amount. I'll probably go back to the burnout. So he's already yellow. And I'm assuming he's probably going to be red after this, so I'll probably just go ahead and do physical attacks on him and save the rest of my magic.
Yes! Go! Volcano!
And there we go. First major boss battle done. I'm assuming everybody will get a level up here. Yep, everybody's going to get 100 XP. There we go. And he got a new addition. Got some potions and the Night Shield. So we'll have to see how that's any better than what he has on right now. Kind of seemed like that horse was kind of in a like a little cove that you probably couldn't get out of. I'm also sure that horse's legs would probably would have been fine after that landing. Find out who that guy is in quite a while. So, pretty sure now we need to go this way. Maybe? Maybe not. Next time we find a save spot will probably be when I end this, so hopefully that comes up soon here. I'll go ahead and try to guard a few times with these guys. Attack with the other two now.
Yes! Volcano!
That was even more than that boss was doing. That's surprising. I think everybody needed about 100 more XP each to get to the next level, so. Also not sure how that would have hurt him at all since that was an arrow, but it's in the ground. Probably actually should kill this middle guy first. Since he probably does the most damage.
Go! Volcano! Yes. Go.
I guess I should probably check on that. Both Lavits got that addition, and we got that Knight Shield from that boss battle, so maybe double check and see what those two things can do. Oh yeah, 10 more defense. Woo. Absolutely. And what's this one? So this one actually has less damage percentage right now. I think I'm actually just gonna leave it. Do. Can't remember if there's a little cutscene here. Yep. That guy was just burned. Alright, after that long cutscene and some dialogue, we're moving. Got the axe from the shack.
Yes! Yes! Go! Volcano!
All right. Keep moving. Fail. Well, sort of fail. Oh, come on.
Yes! Go! Volcano!
They just really hate Shauna.
Yes!
All right. Oh boy. I'd like to save at some point here. That way. Damn it. Now I'm getting into the areas where enemies can poison you and stuff like that. That's why I picked up those body purifiers earlier. Sean is going down.
Yes.
And there's my first miss. Everything's just going. Oh wow, they just hate Shauna.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Man, she's getting beat up. Oh, there's a miss for them. You guys get quite a bit of health.
Yes. Go. Volcano. Go. Volcano.
Alright, let's see here. I know I need to take this. I'm trying to remember which way I need to go. Alright, I got a sword. Let me check that for my guy and see what's... Ups my attack by 5. Excellent. Which way do I need to go for this? I need to go down. Just down. Should take me there. Perfect. I like how they don't follow me when I'm going to get an item. I think we're coming up to a safe spot here. It's coming up soon at some point. Have this down.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Pretty sure that guy can poison me, so attacking him first. Away. How nice.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Should be doing, I don't remember how much damage I was doing before, but I should be doing quite a bit more with that new sword I put on him. Levis doesn't seem to get any attacks in here, or turns I should say.
Volcano.
Oh, come on.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Left's got like one turn out of all that. Looks like Dart's getting pretty close here to level 6. Nice, 100 gold. It's a pretty good amount since I only have probably 600 or so. Finally get to this spot. These like firefly things actually heal me, so. And now I have full health. Boxes here.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
It's a great animation for that spider being hit. This guy. Pretty sure you get an item when you catch him, so this might take a minute or two. Because you make the slightest of damage. There we go, that didn't take too long. Poison guard. I will take it. I guess I probably should have attacked that other guy first.
Go! Volcano!
Very good. There we go. Oh, nice. Good to save. Nearly 2 hours. So I'll go ahead and call this one here. I'll probably try to rewatch the stream, and if there's a lot of issue with kind of chopping, I might have to go back to actually recording it and uploading it that way, but I wanted to try to do it this way. It makes it a lot easier for me just to be able to stream and then to basically have it uploading to YouTube automatically. So yeah, stay tuned for part 2 in the next